Today on Fix My Oculus, we're going to be giving away this Quest 3S, and we're also going to be taking some questions about the 3S from our email subscribers. So yeah, today's the day.
Today's the day?
Are
you sure we're doing it today?
We're giving away the Quest 3S. I'm going to miss this little Quest 3S. We've been doing a lot of content with it.
Yep.
We're going to have to go out to the store and buy another one because I don't know what I'm going to do without it.
Well, we will need another one. So.
We are going to need another one.
Yep.
Yeah. So more on that to come.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to do the battery test that we talked about. I really want to do a video where we sit down and one of us has a Quest 3, one of us has a Quest 3S, and one of us has a Quest 2. And maybe we should do a fresh battery replacement on the Quest 2.
It's probably
just
a good
to make
idea.
It fair.
Yeah.
And then pick a game, whatever game, something pretty not too crazy strenuous, maybe Poker Stars or something like that.
Yeah.
And see how long we can last. And whoever dies first in the VR dies in real life. No, I'm just kidding.
Took a dark turn real fast.
Turn.
I was like, not expecting.
You know where I got that from is I was talking to Kieran about Sword Art Online. She's worked for a VR based company for 2 years. She's never seen Sword Art Online.
She's never seen that.
No,
I love that show.
It's a great show
up to a point.
I didn't realize that they never came out with like a season 4. It just stops at season 3.
Was it a movie after?
Maybe it was a movie.
And then they kind of just finished it out?
I only ever watched through the second season because that was all that was out at the time that I watched it back in whenever, 2016 or something like that.
I'm still a big fanboy of the first one. The first one really was kind of this cool like concept of an anime that was virtual reality and you're stuck in it. Like I don't know, it was really cool at the time.
It was cool at the time. Maybe it's not aged that well. I'm going to have to go back.
I mean, I'm still a little bit scared. I'm not going to lie. Anytime I get inside VR, there's still a part of me, like a little sliver that, what if I just die?
You've probably been in VR, thousands of times?
I have, but I'm just saying there's just a little bit of hesitation in the back of my brain. Just saying.
So, meat and potatoes time. We had a lot of questions, actually. A lot of people. I sent out this email, but was it last week or earlier this week? It was earlier this week. I sent out an email on Monday to our email subscribers. If you haven't checked out our website and subscribed to our email list, we do send out all sorts of tips and tricks and discount codes, and everybody on our email subscriber list, they get the real juicy fruit. If we're gonna do a giveaway, they're the first ones to know. If we're gonna launch a video on a cross-platform, they're the first ones to know. So if you've not subscribed to our email list, I'd recommend it. There's a little bit of moolah in it for you. If you play your cards right. We're going to have some really cool giveaways. We're working on some.
Yep.
This giveaway has been really successful. I'm weaving the story here a little bit. This giveaway has been really successful for us, and I'm really happy. Let's talk some numbers, Preston. Let's just say that in the last 7 days, our content on YouTube has generated 123,000 views, which is 206% more than the previous 7 days. We've had 1,700 watch hours, which is 21% more than the previous 7 days, and we've added 518 subscribers. And that's all thanks to you guys, and thanks to your participation in our cool little giveaway here. So I'm really grateful to you guys for playing along and helping us out, and hopefully you guys are getting something out of it too, whether that's just through the content or through the giveaway itself. Like I was saying, because it's been so successful and because people have responded to it so well, we've decided, I guess we don't need this one, do we?
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Because it's been so successful and we've just been so overwhelmed with appreciation in the comments. I want to read some comments later, I think before or after we announce the winner.
Okay.
Because some people were just so, literally warmed my heart. When the comments started rolling in after we released that Teardown video, people were just, we sent this in, we sent our Quest 2 into you, and nobody else would even look at it. Like, nobody in my area would fix this, like Meta, blah, 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 blah. And just one after another. How many comments did that thing, I was talking to you about it earlier, how many comments did that video have?
That's a pretty big number.
The Teardown video by itself had... I might have to pull it up on a different page. The Teardown video itself had 488 comments, which is
yeah.
more than any other video we've ever posted by a mile. And all of them were just so thoughtful and kind. And for a business that's as small as ours, it just means a lot. It means a lot that we've been able to. I talk about this a lot on the channel, and I talk about this a lot. Preston and I did this kind of guest lecture at the University of Arkansas last week.
Yep.
And people were asking about, we were talking about the pros and cons of starting your own business. And one of the things that the students, said, or one of the students said was, well, I just want to make an impact on the world. I don't want to be stuck in the corporate rigmarole kind of thing. And I was like, that's a great answer, because if you do start a small business with good intentions and you've got the right idea, you can impact people in ways that you can't even imagine. And Preston and I have talked about that a lot, is that 5 years ago I don't think that we would have been, I couldn't have foreseen us doing what we're doing today, but when I see y'all's comments, or we get your emails, or we get handwritten notes from kids whose headsets we fixed, or parents of kids whose headsets we fixed, it really is, it's very touching. So thank you guys so much for participating and helping grow our channel. It's been great. And because of that, keep coming back around to this and then getting sidetracked. We are going to do some more giveaways, and we're working with a couple different potential sponsors to make the giveaways even better than what we're doing right now. So
we're excited.
Headsets are cool. Headsets are great. But it can get so much better. So if you're not subscribed to the emails, if for some reason you've not chosen to subscribe to the channel yet, take a second, click on the little button, because we got some cool stuff coming, and a lot more of it. I think I was just saying we're going to miss this little Quest 3, and we got to get another one.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
where we were coming from. Is it's a really good little unit.
Have we seen any come in yet for repair?
No, nobody sent one to me yet. I've seen some comments on the YouTube channel. Some people, like on some of the shorts that I've posted, have made comments like, I got mine and it's already having this issue.
Interesting. Okay.
Somebody said theirs is glitchy, which, by the way, just know that glitchy is not, it's not the best technical term to use when you're trying to describe something to a repair technician in any field, but particularly like electronics. It's like, it's glitching. What does that mean? Like, is the screen staticky, or is the tracking not working? Is the software not, is it a software problem? Do you think it's a hardware problem? Like, give me some details here, man, because glitchy isn't, that's like saying it's broken. How is it broken?
Yeah.
How is it broken? What do you mean it's broken? Like, tell me. Like, what do you mean it's broken? What do you mean it's glitchy? That's not, it doesn't make any sense. You think it makes sense, because glitchy is technically like a computer term, but it's not how it works. Anyway.
I get glitchy a lot.
Don't get glitchy. It's become a running joke around here.
Yeah.
What's wrong with it? It's glitching. I don't know. What's wrong with the microwave? It's kind of glitchy. We lost the power. It glitched.
Oh, the internet glitched out.
Yeah, the internet glitched out.
I had to fix that. It was like 2 days. It glitched. We didn't have any internet.
I know.
No, it was like a 3 or 4 day thing.
It was like a 3 day.
Holy
3 day
crap.
thing. We had hardwire Kieran to the modem so that we could fulfill orders and stuff. But yeah. Sorry, getting away from the glitching.
Oh yeah, we need a new headset. We love that one.
We need a headset, because I think this is a great little headset. And I hear the complaints. I post the shorts, the 5 differences, the 5 similarities, the differences between the Quest 2, the differences between the Quest 3, yada, yada, yada. But dollar for dollar, I'm not sure that there's ever been a better VR headset that's ever been produced. Yeah, you could spend $10,000 on a piece of hardware. It's like saying, well, you could spend $10,000 or, millions of dollars on a car, and get a supercar that will outperform anything on the road. But, bang for buck, what is the best car that you can buy for the money? What's the best engineered vehicle? And I think Meta's getting pretty close here. And I know I hear people's complaints. I know that there's things that people don't like. People don't like the fact that this came with the Fresnel lenses and not the pancake lenses. But, cost cutting, engineering wise, these things are way more repairable, and it's just a good little unit. I would, if I didn't have a Quest 3, I would probably have this unit. I'm tempted to get this unit just for myself in my home anyway.
I was thinking the same thing because we have our handful of Quest 3s laying around and we use, but honestly, just for day-to-day use, I really like that headset. I think it's a great headset.
I mean, if we're just being honest, outside of the resolution,
don't lie to me.
Outside of the resolution, outside of the pancake lenses and having, just an easier viewing experience, what does this headset not do that the Quest 3 does?
Not enough for me to care.
Not enough for you to care. Not enough for you to pay another $200 for it.
Honestly, the lenses, I feel like I've been using those particular lenses back when we were doing the HTCs.
Yes.
And those were the same lenses. And at the end of the day, I've not been super upset with that particular lens. I know there's better lenses out there, but I had fun in those lenses either way. So, yeah, I don't know that I'm going to pay the cost difference.
My point of view on the Fresnel lenses is, as a community, isn't the VR community pretty used to it? I mean, yeah, there's improvements that can be made. Yeah, like you can be a snob about it and be like, oh, well, this has blah, 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 blah. But we've been playing on it for so long. That's like saying like the screen protectors on the iPhone or I'm trying to think of a good, what's a good electronics parallel? Help me out here with a metaphor.
A lot of it's changed, but a mouse and keyboard.
Mouse and keyboard.
A lot of people use mouse and keyboard. Like that has not changed, and people still use it.
People still use it, right? Yep. And you could nitpick it, and you could say,
sure,
well, this would make this better, or I wish that we had improvements here. But there's a reason that it is a staple of the system. The other thing that I was gonna say was like the improvements that we've seen in televisions recently.
Yeah.
How many technological improvements have there been in televisions in the last 10 years? I still have a plasma screen television from 2012. It still works.
Yeah.
And yeah, it doesn't have maybe all of the bells and whistles, of some smart OLED TV or what is the new, it's the QLED TVs.
QLED.
It's like, yeah, they're really cool. And when I look at them, it's like, yeah, is it enough for me to take my TV that I've had for 10 years off the wall, throw it in the garbage can, and then go out and spend $1,500? I don't know about all that. Or $3,000, depending on what model you're talking about. I mean, some of those QLED TVs are pretty expensive.
They're expensive. I always wonder what the next, we talk about like what's the next jump in tech, and TVs. I have that same like inquiry, like what's the next thing. But VR is like, well, I kind of have an idea with the glasses coming and things like that. But
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. This is necessarily we're going backwards, but this is definitely within the realm of people being introduced into VR. It's a good starter headset still.
Yeah.
I think it's a good headset to start with if you're wanting to jump in.
It's a good starter headset, and it does everything that you need it to do. I was going to make a point here, which is one thing about the Quest 3S that I think is important to note is that you can definitely tell what matters to Meta and what Meta thinks matters to consumers. Is it not, okay, you guys tell me, maybe leave a comment or let me know in some way. Leave a comment. Let's go with that. Leave a comment. But don't you think that it's a bit telling that we got the Quest 2, we got the Quest Pro. The Quest Pro had the eye tracking. We got the Quest 3. The Quest 3 didn't have the eye tracking. The Quest Pro actually had a handful of features that we didn't see on the Quest 3. And then they've canceled the Quest Pro 2, and instead of getting an upgraded unit, we actually got kind of a downgraded unit. We got a Quest 3 with lower resolution and a couple less features. But the features that they kept from the Quest 3, I think the point that I'm trying to make is that's an indication of what Meta thinks is important to the consumer or what people are buying it for and where they want the market to go, right? So what'd you get? You got the full color pass-through sensors because Meta wants to push the XR, AR stuff. Meta keeps with the gameplay, but they're incorporating more apps. They kept with the you've got really good hand tracking, and you've still got your 4 tracking sensors to help with the hand tracking. It's not like that's gone away into like a Quest, because there was a notion, I think, for a while with the Quest Pro that when they put the cameras on the controllers, maybe you wouldn't need as many sensors, because the controllers, I'm trying to think how I want to phrase this exactly, because the hand tracking technology wasn't quite there, and it was really kind of, VR was still in the gaming experience space, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But now you can see is that, okay, the controllers didn't get an update to the Quest 3S. I don't know if the controller is going to get an update, because by the time the next headset comes out, the hand tracking and the use of AI in the hand tracking technology and the tracking system might be so good that we might not need controllers anymore. And at the same time, Meta wants to move it away from the gaming space. They want to move into that AR, XR, full utility in your daily life space. So maybe the next headset doesn't even have controllers, and it kind of turns into this iPhone thing where people go, oh, why'd they take away that? Why'd they take away pancake lenses? Because you don't need the pancake lenses. Why'd they take away the auxiliary jack? Because you don't need an auxiliary jack. Why'd they take away this? Why'd they take away eye tracking? Why didn't the Quest 3 get eye tracking? Because you don't need eye tracking for the things that Meta foresees us using this technology for 4 or 5 years from now. Maybe that's a hot take, but that's I think if you want to read the ley lines of where the technology is going, you look at the moves that Meta is making and where they're putting their money, and they're not putting their money in enhancing the gaming experience. That's for sure.
There's only so much you can do on those just standalone headsets. They're effectively cell phones on your head is what they are. So there's a lot of processing power there, and there's some kind of cool games that you can do, but it's not really designed for high-end gaming. It's not a high-end gaming unit.
Which, to my point, that's what Meta seems to want to do. And when you listen to Mark talk at the Meta Connect, everything that they're talking about, everything that they're working on seems to indicate that they don't want to be a gaming console. They don't want to play in Microsoft's space with the Xbox. They don't want to play in Steam's space. They want to play in Apple's space. They want to be competing with the iPhone. They want to be an accessory that is totally accessible to everybody, which at $299 it is. I mean, it's pretty accessible. It's more accessible than most phones. And that's the sandbox that they want to be in. They don't want to be in the gaming space. So I don't know. It's interesting stuff, I think. Do you want to do some questions?
Let's do some questions.
A lot of people, we sent out an email on Monday. I talked about this earlier. We sent out an email on Monday, and we had some people that sent us some questions. So let's read them.
Cut that.
Cut that out. Daniel from
Rogers, Arkansas.
The domain is sixthdimensionvr.com said, "Is it good?" Anything else you'd like to add? This is a test. Okay. It's kind of a weird response, Daniel, from Rogers, Arkansas. Okay.
That's funny.
Yeah. Michael.
Where's he from?
It doesn't say. I didn't ask for people's locations. That felt like I was going to have to, if you ask for too much information, you're kind of like, maybe I need to put a privacy thing on this. But just for a questionnaire.
Michael from somewhere.
Michael from somewhere. I assume that he's a follower. He definitely subscribes to our emails. Thank you, Michael. Does it have a longer battery life than the Quest 2? He also wanted to add, no. All I want to say is I hope that you and the people that help you have a nice day. That's very nice, Michael. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Michael.
Does it have a longer battery life than the Quest 2? It really shouldn't have a longer battery life than the Quest 2. It should be about the same. But if you get a Quest 3S, you'll feel like the battery life is longer because it's got a few less peripherals, and simultaneously it's a newer battery. So if you've been playing on the Quest 2 for a long time and your battery life has dwindled down to 45 minutes to an hour, you get a brand new Quest 3S, it's going to have a 2 to 3 hour battery life even when you're playing on it. I mean, Kieran and I played the Batman Arkham Shadow. We had the headset on, playing the game, doing the screen recording, and we got a full 2 hours out of it. Full 2 hours out of it, doing the screen cap with Arkham Shadow playing. So gameplay time 2 hours.
It's a heavy game.
That's a heavy game.
Yeah, I think the other thing on that question, kind of piggyback off it, is that as we progress with the software, the optimization gets better with the energy usage on the chip itself, or just on the board, or vice versa. So you're gonna see improvements in the software, and so in lieu of improvements in the software, you're gonna see improvements in battery life.
Yeah,
you see that with some of the iPhone stuff and some of the mobile tech out these days with watches and wearables, I guess. So
yeah,
yeah,
I would say, yeah, if your concern is the battery life thing, I think those Elite straps, they make additional battery life pretty accessible. If you really want to go for that 5-6 hour playtime, I would just spend the extra, what are they, $80, and just get one of those Elite straps.
I mean, 2 hours is a solid for me.
2 hours is a long time.
I gotta take if I'm doing 2 hours, I gotta take a break. And I don't know if I'm playing for the rest of the day, but 2 hours is pretty. I'm cooked.
Yeah.
As you say, I'm cooked.
Yeah. You know what I have noticed about these units and the Quest 3s too is that they charge up faster. I'm not sure what is up with that.
I think it's software, probably.
It probably is. It probably is the software, because it's definitely not the charge port. The charge port technology is very, very similar. I mean, it is this charge port design and the Quest 3 are identical. It's a little bit different than the Quest 2, but it's not like there's been great improvements in. I mean, it's still a USB-C, So
I didn't realize that you had seen that difference in the two. That's good to know. I didn't realize that.
So, because I'll throw a Quest 2 and a Quest 3 and a Quest 3S on the same charger, and the Quest 2 will come up to maybe 10% over a, let's call it, 20-minute window, and I'll check in on the Quest 3 after the same 20-minute window, and it'll be up to 25-30%. They just seem to charge up faster. So, but you're probably right. It's probably a firmware update thing on Meta's end that they just make those things.
The bricks are the same?
The bricks changed.
As far as voltage goes?
I'm sure I'd have to look into that, actually.
Maybe there's some play there. I don't know.
Yeah, they did redesign the brick between the Quest 2 and the Quest 3, and then the 3S has the same brick as the Quest 3.
That would be a good little video, I think.
Maybe we'll do that.
A comparison with the bricks and what the voltage output was or is.
Yeah.
There might be some variations there. I'd be curious.
I like that idea too, and maybe testing them or charging each of them up to full and seeing how long that takes. Just put a timer on each of them. So that's good. Maybe we'll make a video about that, Michael. Adam asked, how bright are the new IR emitters on the Quest 3S?
Oh, that's a good question.
That is a good question. You want to test it out?
I don't know how to test that out.
We could turn the lights off.
Oh, I guess you could. Yeah, we could kill the lights.
Let me turn this on. All right, Preston, hit it.
Kill one light first.
Yep. Oh, Bob's over there. Say hi, Bob. Hi, Bob.
And light 1 is out.
Light 1's out.
Yeah. And then light 2 going out.
Okay. We still have a lot of light in here. Well, let me just walk into this room. This room should just be dark. DM
area is pretty dark too. There's nothing in there.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it doesn't seem like I can really see a lot, but it's still tracking my hands.
That's cool.
It's still it is still tracking my hands. I would say that keyboard is brighter in the headset than it is in my field of vision. So a really good test on is how well can you play in the dark with the Quest 3S. So, all right, go back here. The audio was pretty good when we did the Batman Arkham video, so. All right. Lights coming back on. So I don't know that the IR emitters generate a whole lot of light that you can really see with the pass-through cameras, But I think that those tracking cameras are really picking it up, because my hand articulation was perfect. It was like I was playing in daylight. Yeah. So maybe going back to Michael's question, is there a reason to buy the Quest 3S over the Quest 3? That's a pretty good stinking reason.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool. I think we should do maybe I'll do a whole video about that. Like, let's play some VR in the dark and see how well it does. Cause that's great.
That would be pretty sweet.
Yeah. Okay. It's another video idea.
I wish I could have captured the red. It looked eerie.
So I keep saying Michael. It was Dean that asked about the reason other than the cost, and Adam was the one that asked about the IR emitters. So thank you for the question, Adam. Yeah, I feel like I just learned something. Christine asks. Christine is a book nerd, apparently, according to the email information. So Christine W asks, is the Quest 3S compatible with the Bobo VR M2 Pro head strap? I don't have a Bobo M2 Pro head strap available, but I do have a Quest 3 head strap that we pulled off of something. And so, yeah, I think anything that the Quest 3 is compatible with, head strap wise, the Quest 3S should also be compatible with. The only difference is you're not going to have that auxiliary jack. But as long as you're cool with, just there being a little hole there, anything that's Quest 3 compatible should be Quest 3S compatible, because these are the same speaker arms that come on the Quest. I mean, they are literally the same component that comes on the Quest 3. Of course, I got to get my business together too. But yeah, if you've got a Quest 3 head strap, it should fit on the Quest 3S just fine. Now, the Quest 2 stuff is not going to fit on the Quest 3 or the Quest 3S. Maybe they make some adapters for that kind of a thing.
A bunch of tape.
I'm sure that they make adapters for that kind of a thing. But yeah, any sort type of head strap or charging pack or anything like that was made for the Quest 3 should fit on the Quest 3S. It's a good question. Nick asks, are there any shortcuts to get to the charge port, or is it pretty much stuck where it's at in the breakdown? It's pretty much stuck where it's at, unfortunately. I do wish that... I mean, there's a couple things that I really don't like from the design engineering aspect on the Quest 3. Not a whole lot of things, but a couple things. One of them is that charge port speaker arm design, and I made a whole video about this actually earlier yesterday. Actually, I made a whole video about this. If there was one thing I wish they hadn't carried over, it's the speaker arm design, and that's the thing that they really seemed to carry over, because these speaker arms are super fragile. They don't sit inside of the headset. Instead, they're sort of mounted on a little plastic mounting retainer ring, which breaks, and then the charge port sits inside of that. So if the speaker arm breaks off, your charge port goes with it. And additionally, if you want to tear down the unit and replace that charge port, or the speaker arm mounting ring, you got to tear the whole thing down just to get to it. I wish it wasn't the case, but that's the direction that they went in.
In the Quest 1, is that the same case? Because I know the Quest 2, that was just a whole thing that we hated so much.
The Quest 1 actually makes the charge port really accessible. So the hard thing about tearing down a Quest 1 is just the cloth portion that goes around it. I think I've done some videos on this, but this is just glued on here. It's just fabric that's glued on here. So you take the speaker arms off, and then there's a little seam at the bottom here. So you take a heat gun or a hairdryer, loosen up that adhesive, and then you just strip this off. And then the screws to actually take the front plate off are really accessible at that point. So you take the front plate off, and then the USB-C port is just right here, and it plugs straight into the board from that point. So you can it's two screws. You take the front plate off, it's 2 screws, you pop it out, pop it back in. This is a super easy unit to work on if you know how to get into it.
You said it was connected to the board?
Yeah, it's a
soldered
cable. No, it's not connected to the board. It's just plugged in like all of them are. So actually, this one is a ribbon latch design, where the other ones are a pin plug design.
I think they probably had a good call doing that, because I know on the Oculus Go, it is micro soldered onto the board. So
is it really?
If it failed or it got damaged, then the whole board is damaged.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the thing that I continue to give Meta credit for. I know there's a lot of people like talk smack about Meta and some of the decisions that they make with their units and their devices, but they seem to continuously improve and learn from their mistakes. And I think that the only reason that they make decisions like this, where, okay, we're going to carry that over, there's got to be a financial reason for it. It's like, that is just the cheapest way to do it, or that is the best.
The balance.
There's a balance there. Like, we could make it better, but it would take the price up by $100 or something like that. We don't want to do that. We got to meet a price point. And so unfortunately we're stuck with something, but it's not because they're not learning. It's not because they're not trying. I just don't agree with that narrative. Yeah. For product longevity, Derek asks, for product longevity, are polymer Fresnel lenses, I always want to say Fresnel, are polymer Fresnel lenses or glass lenses better, more durable versus easier to repair, etc.? Thoughts on this? Are there any VR headsets that come with glass lenses other than the Apple Vision Pro?
That come with lenses?
Glass lenses.
Oh, glass lenses.
I was going to say, I don't think that I think all the Meta units come with plastic lenses, right?
Gosh, I'm trying to think with all the headsets that are out there. I don't think there's a single, like you said, I think maybe the Apple Vision Pro.
Apple Vision Pro might be the only one.
That's why it's...
HTCs, those are all plastic.
Yeah.
They're all Fresnel. Maybe the newer HTCs. I've not done a torn down. No, they've got a new unit out.
I thought it was something HTC. Focus Vision, or I don't know.
HTC VR. The new is the XR Elite.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they do have the Vive Focus Vision.
Oh, okay, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's what you were thinking, the Vive Focus Vision. But I'm pretty sure that most VR units are going to have plastic lenses, except for the Vision Pro. And I've had a lot of commentary on the Vision Pro in the past. I totally think that the Vision Pro was just something that they had to do to appease the shareholders. I'll say that over and over again until I'm proven wrong by somebody, because it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense on paper, and the numbers just don't support that it was a good decision.
I will look into that. Not that specifically, but the glass lenses. There might be like Big Screen has their headset too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's a handful of headsets out there. I am curious to know. They may just all be. They may all kind of
Big Screen Beyond. Let's see. Every gram matters. Big Screen Beyond. Refresh rate. OLED micro displays combined with advanced pancake optics, but it doesn't say anything about them being glass. It doesn't say anything about them being glass. I feel pretty confident in saying that glass is probably more expensive to manufacture. I can guarantee it's more expensive to manufacture. But it's got to be more breakable, right?
Yeah,
It's got to be more fragile.
Yeah.
So I just don't know that would be a good.
I can only imagine. I think it's probably. Can you imagine somebody like running their head through a wall, and the glass shard go through their eye?
Oh gosh.
Sorry, it sounds kind of brutal.
No, that's an interesting thought. I didn't even think about that.
Whereas maybe the plastic would not break or not be as, I don't know.
That's a good. Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I didn't even think about that way, but that's a good point. Yeah, if it breaks and it's right there by your eyes, ugh, gosh.
I'm sure the plastic isn't as good, but maybe there is a safety factor with maybe those don't shatter as bad as glass does.
Yeah. Now, I would say if your question was phrased a little differently, or what you meant to say was Fresnel lenses versus pancake lenses, that kind of goes back to that conversation we were having earlier about, I think some of it, obviously the pancake lenses have a better field of view. Obviously the pancake lenses are easier to focus. You know, it's like you don't have to, they're going to have a better point of focus. You don't have to be dead center on the lens in order to see the full picture. Whereas the Fresnel lenses are a little bit more confining in that way. But I like the repairability of the Fresnel lenses. It's just pros and cons. It's trade-offs. So anyway, that's all we got for questions.
Those are some great questions.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed those questions.
Yeah, I think we'll probably do that again. So next time we do a show, maybe I'll just send out an email every time, hey, we're getting ready to do the show. You guys want to be a part of it? And, maybe do something for people that participate in the giveaway. Everybody who sent in a question got a 15% off discount code on the store. So
sweet
that they could use for for a joystick or
even Daniel from Rogers.
Yeah, I got a 15%. I mean Daniel from Rogers. So, the Quest 3S Teardown video giveaway, all we really asked was that people subscribed to the channel and left us a comment. And we had more participants in this giveaway than any other giveaway we've ever done. Previous giveaways were just like Quest 2s and gift cards and things like that. So this was kind of a big giveaway for us. But 488 people commented on this. And of course, we added somewhere in the ballpark of, I think, 1,200 subscribers. I have to pull that analytics up again. But just in like the last month, I think we've added, I'm pulling this up. In the last, pulling this up. Oh, sorry, that's that video. This video itself added 433 subscribers. But if I look at the channel as a whole, over the last 28 days, we've added 1,300 subscribers.
That's awesome.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's huge growth for us. And that helps us out. It helps us bring more content. It helps us bring more information to the VR community as a whole. Really helps us continue to do what we like to do, which is dig into these devices and let you guys learn about them so that we can make these devices more repairable for everybody, which is great. But with that said, out of the 488 people that commented, there can only be one winner. So we took 488 people, we put them into a spreadsheet, we did a random number generator, and it spat out a number, and that number picked a person for us, and Preston knows who the winner is.
I do.
So Preston, without any further ado, who is our grand prize Quest 3S giveaway winner?
Their name is Easton R.
Easton wins.
Woo!
Congratulations,
like
Easton. Yeah. Congratulations, Easton. This Quest 3's found a new owner.
Yeah, he said good luck to everybody in the comments.
Yeah, what was his comment actually?
This is so cool. Good luck to everyone on this giveaway.
That's a nice comment.
Yeah.
I did want to do just a little segue off of that. Congratulations again to Easton. But everybody else, we got some awesome comments. I told you about this earlier. Yeah. There were some people who left some seriously nice comments for us. And I don't know if I just wasn't expecting it, but some of these comments, I wanted to come back to them because some of them just warmed my heart. Let's just pull some random ones.
Good community.
Fix My Oculus does a great business. So this one was Doogie Main. Fix My Oculus does a great business and definitely earned their spot as an industry leader. Thank you guys for stepping up and fixing our devices and accessories affordably and efficiently. NNE09330 12 days ago said, my Oculus had broke out of nowhere and it was in its case. I rarely used it and followed the instructions to a T, so it was frustrating to have it break and I had no idea why, but your videos helped me fix it, especially since the Meta didn't have any service options, which is ridiculous to me, and their only advice was to buy a new one. Let me see. Going into this video, I was like, what do they mean by rebuild? And now I'm astonished. Let me see. There was just so many of them that were just like popped out at me when they were coming through. Joseph Martinez said, you repaired my Quest 2 after 2 years of it being unrepairable. The price was good and repair was done so quickly. Thank you. Nathan Sheff said, nice to know there are people out there who repair VR headsets and don't let Meta extort repairs. Love the work, man. Blowbert said, I always appreciate work like this so people can have security knowing that their tech doesn't have to be gone forever. Nintendo 3DS said, "You guys repaired my horrible drift on my Quest 2 controllers a while back, and I'm extremely grateful given I haven't had issues with them since."
Cool.
Verge 13 said, "You guys are super cheap and affordable. If anything about my Oculus is broken, I'm willing to pay extra money it takes to get my Oculus shipped across the border to you guys to get this fixed. Thank you so much for all that you do." Chelsea said, "We just had you guys repair my son's Oculus, and I was surprised at how easy and affordable it was. Thank you guys for what you do." That Was a Joke said, "Cool, you're still holding it down. Ordered a Quest 2 grip area replacement after talking with you for a bit. It to fix somebody else's controller a while back." Jessica said, "My son is so happy with you guys repairing his Oculus. The 3S looks amazing." So anyway, there was just a lot of really a lot of kind comments.
That's awesome.
And yeah, it just made me feel great about what we do. So thank you guys. Thank you for participating. Congratulations again to
Easton.
Congratulations, Easton. And I can't wait to get this boxed up and shipped out to you. I don't have anything else.
No.
It's been a really fun show.
Yeah.
I can't wait to do questions again on our next show.
Yeah, I think we should. I think
Definitely.
it's definitely
right.
must. Cool. Awesome.
I've kept Preston here long enough.
I'm hot.
He is
sweaty.
It's warm in here.
Yeah.
All the lights.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we will see you on the next one. What up, everybody? We're back. We're back with the like a heart attack.
Oh, you got me. What is that?
I don't know.
We were talking and we put some more light on you and
Are we recording right now?
yeah, we're recording.
Hell
We
yeah.
were recording for like the last 10 minutes.
Have we really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be great.
So you can go back and
We'll do some like blooper reel stuff at the end of this
I think it
video.
was just all Ethan stuff, but whatever. Oh, I shouldn't say that.
Oh,
Never
probably
mind.
shouldn't say that.
You should just bleep it out.
Later on.
Yeah. I feel a little underwhelmed at the moment.
You feel underwhelmed?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Maybe I don't know.
Okay. Let's back up.
Yeah, let's do
rewind
that.
the clocks. Do over.
Yeah.
Do over.